Hello, hi everybody. Welcome to Options Insider Strategy. Now, if you can hear me, can you just type in which country you are tuning in from, just so I know that you're here, you're listening and you're tuning in. There's going to be a little bit of lag on the chat. Okay, so my responses to you guys might be a little laggy, so let's just be a bit patient, all right? Okay, so let's go. If you guys have heard me speak before, can you type Felicia in the chat? I just want to see, if you have heard me speak before, type Felicia. If you have not heard me speak before, then just type no. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to say this is an interactive session. I want you guys to not just hear me speak, but to interact and to respond, okay? To respond. Everybody type respond in the chat. Because science shows, right, that when you respond, when your learning is two-way, that's when you absorb the learning the best, okay? And also, in investing, it is people who are action takers who make money. So by responding, I know you guys are action takers. And once again, it's the action takers in the market that will make money, not just people who sit behind the laptop and hear me talk. Okay? So let's go. Let me share my screen with you guys. Here we go. Okay, great. Okay, so people who are tuning in, what do you think of the current economic situation right now? What do you think of the current economic situation? If you think it is confusing, can you type C for confusing? If you think that it is positive and it's rosy days ahead, then type bull, B-U-L-L. Or if you think it's possible headwinds, it's negative, then type bear. Okay? What do you think of the current economic situation? Okay, good. Good. Great. So some of you are typing bull, some of you are typing bear, some of you are typing uncertain, right? Confusing. Many of you are typing confusing. So the good news is that the economic situation has always been confusing, especially the stock market. Okay, so it's nothing out of the norm. What you're seeing, the volatility, mixed news, right? This is nothing out of the norm. The question is, how do you shut out all the noise that is happening in the market, all the confusion, all the speculation, so that you can keep calm and profit from the market? How? The answer lies in a system. Can everybody type system in the chat? A system has guidelines and rules for you to follow. All right? And a system enables you to shut out all the market noise, all the confusion, so that you don't have to guess and think so hard whether the market's going to go up, whether it's going to go down, whether it's going to go sideways in the next few weeks or next few months. Because unless you are God, which none of us are, you wouldn't know. Okay? And a system will help you to ensure that you sleep and invest soundly and safely. You don't have to worry and glue your eyes to the screen every single night, which is a myth. Okay? I just had a friend message me, Felicia, do you stay up every night till late to trade in the markets? No. Okay? That is not sustainable. So a system ensures that you profit from the stock market in a sustainable way. So I was just joking with my Facebook community. I said, guys, please stop staring at your charts and trying to guess if the market will be kind or nasty to you tonight. It's like trying to guess a woman's mood. You never know. So for the next 1 to 2 hours, it's a very short time actually. I promise, guys, I'm going to give you my best. Okay, I'm going to show you specific ways on how you can profit from the current economic situation and also the market volatility. And honestly, now is a great time. There's so many opportunities in the market. And before I begin, let me just understand where are you guys in your investing journey so that I know whether I should go fast, whether I should go slow. For those of you who are completely new to investing, can you type N for new? And for those of you who have placed a trade before, can you type experience, E for experience? And for those of you who have been investing for more than 2 years, okay, actively investing for more than 2 years, can you type S for seasoned? So I just want to see. Okay? All right. So there's a lot of new people in this place, and many of you are new. So that's good. Okay, well done on taking your first step. For those of you who are experienced, and especially for those of you who are seasoned, I want us to be very patient with those of us, amongst us who are new, because I want everyone to benefit from this session. And once again, kudos to all of you for taking time to invest in your learning tonight, because I can tell you that this could be your very first step to your financial and time freedom, which are not cliches, okay? For those of you who so happen to be OMI graduates, there's actually a session that's happening on our Endless website that I think is more beneficial for you to attend. So Elaine, if you could help me just paste the link in the chat, right? You guys can head over there, and I think that's going to be more beneficial for you, okay? So just a quick self-introduction before I dive into the content, because you must be wondering, who is this lady that you are, spending this next 2 hours with? Who is this person that you're seeing in the Facebook ads, on the YouTube videos? So I'm Felicia, okay? I used to work in the corporate world. I used to be working in the large multinationals for years. Which I'll tell you more about later. And only recently, I decided to move out of the corporate world and focus 100% on investing. So right now, I'm working together with Sean Seah. If you know Sean, can you type Sean in the chat? He is our Asian Buffettologist. And I'm also working together with Mary Buffett. I will share with you a little bit more about her later. She was mentored by Warren Buffett for more than a decade. Okay, so together with the team, we are here to empower people like yourselves through investing. I'm going to share with you a snippet of my story, and I hope that it will encourage you, because I'm sure that many of you can identify with at least one of the challenges that I faced in the past. And I just want to use my story to encourage you, okay, to let you know that we can overcome. So can everybody type overcome in the chat? Everyone type overcome. And I'm just watching who is responding to me. Okay, let's go. So this is me. This is in secondary school. This was the first time I started thinking about money. Money when I was in secondary school. Money, right? So I studied very hard in primary school. I entered the top secondary school in Singapore. It's called Raffles Girls' School. And this is me circled in red over here. Now, being in RGS, okay, I had many friends from super wealthy families. Some of them even own dolphin lagoons, But my family is sandwiched in the middle of the middle class. In fact, I was from a single income family. So my parents were very strict, with my finances, with the allowances I got. And because of that, I couldn't do many things. When my friends went out to the cafes, to the restaurants, especially my school campus then was in Orchard Road. It was in the heart of the city, I always had to find excuses not to join them because I did not have enough allowance to go for expensive meals all the time. Even when it came to my stationeries, my apparels, the things that I wanted to do, the activities, even tuition, okay, I couldn't attend all the tuition that my friends were attending or everything that I wanted to attend. And at that time, Billabong and Roxy Girl were very popular brands, right? Don't try to come my age now. Okay, those were very popular brands, and I just couldn't buy them. Okay, so it came to a point where I was so frustrated. I hated the feeling of being constrained by money. How many of you over here listening to me understand what this feeling is like, and you hate the feeling of being constrained by money? Before you pay for an expensive meal, or before you buy something, a holiday or anything, you hate, you have to think twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Should I buy this? Can I spend that? Can you type money sign? Can you type the money sign in the chat if you can identify with this feeling of being constrained by money and you really don't like it? Can you type the money sign in the chat just so that I know who can identify with this, right? So I told myself, I'm going to study damn hard. I'm going to study super hard. I'm going to get a great high paying job. because I do not ever want to feel that I am stuck in life because of the lack of money. And so I did. I scored my A's. I graduated with high distinctions. I landed a great job. I had a scholarship, But little did I know that a good job came with many, many sacrifices. Okay, so these were some of the companies that I was working with. These are Fortune 500 companies that are actually listed, they're publicly traded, and I was in the business strategy consulting industry. Okay, so some of these names over here that I work with, I'm sure you recognize them. And I was also invited to speak and facilitate discussions at regional and industry-wide seminars. And I'm lucky in a sense because, being in a business strategy space, I understand how businesses function. I got to work closely with the C-suite. And I also know how the CEOs and the C-suites and the senior management think about their business. And I translated that into analyzing various companies that I then filter and put into my stock watch list of solid companies that I know will make me money. And I'm going to talk about this later. Okay, but this successful career once again came at a high price. Now you can see these are just some of my Instagram stories, right? If you're on Instagram, you will know. And for example, you see Sunday crossing into Monday, 1 a.m. I put here, the heat is real, work, And then finally calling it a night. I was planning to sleep at 11:30 and then 1 a.m. I was still working. So I was working, it came to a point I was working 16 to 19 hours a day. I'm not even kidding. And I don't know how many of you can identify with it. I was skipping meals. My health suffered because of the stress. I had anxiety and panic attacks. I had to go to a counselor to address this, and I was stressed all the time. I didn't have time for my family and friends. I didn't have time for my loved ones. And each time I have to cancel my appointments with my friends last minute, and I keep telling them, I'm so sorry guys, my time is no longer mine. My time is not mine because I was stuck at work all the time. And Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And so after years, this was exactly how I felt. Okay? I felt burnt out. I felt tired. And how many of you have ever felt or are feeling like that in a picture? Unhappy, tired, burnt out. Can you type me? Can you type me? So I told myself, I don't want to rely on a job to get income anymore. It's not worth being in the rat race at the expense of my emotional health, my mental health, my physical health, and my relationships. Okay, I don't want to trade my time for money. I don't want to be a slave to my job, right? We always hear a corporate slave, right? The term corporate slave. And I kept saying, I want my financial freedom, meaning the ability to generate wealth out of my job. But what I truly wanted, listen to this, was time freedom. I want to take back control of how I spend my time. So how many of you can identify with this and you want time freedom and you want financial freedom? If you want financial freedom, can you type FF in the chat? And if you want time freedom, can you type TF in the chat? And I tell you, this is a very real thing. I've spoken to very senior people in the corporate space, right? I'm still keeping in touch with my contacts and they're telling me, they're slogging day and night and they are also trying to get out of the rat race. And I can tell you good news, okay? If you believe and if you take action and educate yourselves, you can achieve it. You can achieve it. All right? So I found investing, which I heard is the way to go if I want to be financially free. But because at that time, I didn't have the right mentor, check out my past trades. I didn't have the right mentor. I didn't have the right systems. These were my past trades. Look at this, 24th January, Friday, 2014 at 10:30 p.m. I bought 16 shares of American International Group. I bought it at $49. Okay, I bought it at $49. And if I had held on to it till today, boom, I would have lost money. Okay, $30 over. But look at this. 5th February 2014, same year on a Wednesday at 1:20 a.m. in the middle of the night, I actually bought 10 shares of Sony at $16. 10 shares, $16. So I spent $160. Putting into Sony, and if I held on today, it would have been 77. In fact, now it has already gone up, okay, $80 over. Guys, but can I ask you something? Okay, can buying 10 shares, even if Sony has times 5 and times 6 and times 7. Can buy 10 shares. Just putting $100 over make me rich. Can it bring me to my financial freedom? Can it? Obviously not. Obviously not. Okay, I only put in a few $100s. How's it going to bring me my financial freedom? And at that period of time, I can tell you, I was so uncertain. I was so afraid. I don't even know whether I was clicking the right button in the brokerage account, in my brokerage account. I don't know whether I was analyzing the stocks correctly. And I was too afraid to really profit from the market. Too afraid to take any major actions. So then I thought, hey, okay, let me go and find the professionals for help, right? So what I did was I went to explore other vehicles like land banking. And I put in a 5-figure amount with an agent whom I trusted. But guess what happened? Kaboom! It went bust. And this didn't happen just once, but it happened twice. Okay? I lost 5 figures. At that period of time, it made up nearly half my entire savings. So for those of you who have lost money in the market before, who have lost money in investments before, I understand your fears. And for me personally, I was very sad and shaken. So thereafter, I decided on 2 things. Okay? Number 1, I will manage my own money. No more entrusting my money to others or to hearsay, because no one cares about my money more than I do. And I can tell you, no one cares about your money more than you do. And number 2, if I'm going to take care of my own money, I need to jolly well know what I'm doing with it. So I decided I'm going to invest in my learning. I'm going to get myself educated. So eventually I found my mentors, and do you know who they are? Can you type in the chat? Yeah? So this is Sean. He is our Asian Buffettologist. He is the first Asian to have been mentored by Mary Buffett. He personally flew to the US. He paid $35,000 the first time to be mentored by her. And he grew his wealth. His story is known, okay? It's reported in the newspapers. He grew his wealth from negative 60,000 to 10,000 to 1 million to 7 million. And now he has a very, amazing 8-figure portfolio. And this is Mary Buffett, okay? Mary Buffett, she learned from Warren Buffett for more than a decade. And in fact, her fund has outperformed Warren Buffett's fund. So in this webinar, this screenshot over here, I was conducting a webinar alongside them, talking about our views of the market and doing stock dissects. And so after meeting them, I finally left the corporate world. And I'm so much happier now because I have time for myself, I have time for my loved ones, pursuing the things that I enjoy and the time freedom that I so desire. Okay, so I hope that my story encourages you that it is possible to overcome all your fears and all the myths about the stock market, about investing, about money. So if you believe it, can you type overcome in the chat? Type overcome. And I can tell you, it is people with a positive mindset who are overcomers who really profit from the market. People who are skeptical, people who only critique, these are the people who eventually do nothing, sit on their cash, and it rots in the bank. Okay? So this is what gave me confidence to quit my job and focus on investing now. Number 1, I understand businesses, right? Through my corporate strategy background. And number 2, more importantly, Sean and Mary, they have constructed a very solid system to profit from the stock market in a safe and sustainable way, which has worked for many investors, okay? Many investors. And their methods are based on Warren Buffett's philosophy. This is what gave me the confidence. Okay, so we are the only group in Asia being mentored by Mary Buffett, and she was mentored by Warren Buffett. Now, who is Warren Buffett? He's the 4th richest person in the world, right? And he's one of the wealthiest investors ever. And I can tell you that his methods, they are very profitable, they are up to date, and they hinge upon the solid fundamentals, okay, that have made him massive returns on his investments till date. Do you want to guess? Okay, if you have put in $100 in 1965 when his fund first started, can you guess how much you would be sitting on today without doing anything? Okay, if you just sit on your butts and sit on your hands and not do anything with this $100 that you put into his fund, how much would you be sitting on today? How much would your $100 grow to? Do you know it would have grown to 2.8 million today? 2.8. Okay? Do you know 2.8? Your 100 will have turned into 2.8 million. So, if you want to learn something, you want to learn something that is time proven. And therefore, the methods that I'm going to teach you today are time proven. Can everybody type proven in the chat? Type proven. Okay? Type proven. And tonight, I'm going to share with you some strategies that are practical and applicable for you. And just very quickly, why am I sharing this with you? Number one, because I really believe that investing is for everyone, and it is one of the most powerful skills that anyone can have to generate wealth without being dependent on employment. And that is the story of how I broke out from the corporate world. So I sincerely believe in equipping you. Okay, guys, that's number one. And number two, I also just want to be super upfront with you. Obviously, there is something in it for us, right? You guys know that there is a flagship program that we have called Options Millionaire Intensive, OMI. And if you like what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight following this, then stay till the end of this session because I'm going to share with you more about what you will learn in the full program and some of the crazy deals that you can take advantage of only today during this so-called COVID season still. Okay, and I know that you will be handsomely rewarded. For those of you who stay till the end, you will really be highly rewarded. Okay, I can tell you this. But please, no one is obligated to sign up. Okay, if you're not, then it's okay. I hope that at least you take away something from this session. For those of you who are serious if you're investing and you want to take it up to the next level, right? Really do stick around to the end of the session because you're in for some very special bonuses, exclusive bonuses only for today. Okay, so very excitingly, let's go. I'm going to share with you how you can take advantage of the current market volatility and to profit in a safe and sustainable way. This is the S&P 500. Now, what's happening in the market? The S&P 500 that you're seeing on this chart on the screen over here represents the largest 500 publicly traded companies in the US. And we can see that the stock market has recovered to higher, even I would say much higher than the pre-COVID levels. And historically, the market has risen, right, in the past century due to inflation, due to economic and business development and growth. In the past, we never used to have augmented virtual reality. Now we do, right? Smartphones and all this development. So guys, can you tell me, 10 years from today, will the world become more advanced and will it progress or will it regress? If you think it will progress, can you type P? If you think it will regress, can you type R? Okay? Good. P, it will progress, right? More likely than not, it will progress. It has always been for centuries. In fact, the market has always recovered from every crash. You can see it's recovered from the dot-com bubble, recovered from the global financial crisis, recovered from the Brexit. Now it has recovered from the coronavirus. So given time, the stock market always goes up. Okay, if the economy improves, which I'm pretty convinced that it will. Okay, the human race and technology will advance. So if you look at the market long term, for example, 3 to 5 years, then really there's nothing to worry about in terms of the short-term volatility. Can everybody type LT in the chat for long term? Everyone type LT in the chat for long term. I can tell you that some of you don't like LT. Some of you don't like long term. You want to make money quick. You want to make money fast. You want to make money now, tonight, which I will share with you more about what you can do as well. You can, okay? But the truth is, the shorter your trades, the shorter your view of the market, the higher the risk of losing money. Why? Because it is very hard to guess whether the market's going to go up, whether it's going to go down in the coming days, in the near future. Okay, but if we pull it long term, we know from history that it has always gone up, the US market. So I don't want to give you guys false hopes. Okay, I want you guys to make money safely and sustainably and profitably. And the way to do that is to think long term. But does that mean that you are going to make money only in 3 to 5 years time? No. In fact, you can make money today. Okay, how do you do that? I will show you. Question, market has returned to pre-COVID levels and even higher when the economy has not yet recovered. Why? Can you type it in the chat? Why? Why has the market recovered to pre-COVID levels when the economy has not? Because the market is a leading indicator of what's to come. Okay, it's a leading indicator of what's to come. It rises because investors have a certain optimism. Yes, of course, I see you guys typing although artificial stimulus, right? Pumping in of money, printing money. Of course, that also contributes. And guess what? That's because, overall, the market goes up because investors have a certain optimism that, hey, the economy will recover. Whether is it through printing of money, right, which buys time for businesses to catch up with the economy, or whether is it, having a certain optimism that businesses will know how to evolve and transform with times to operate in this new norm. Because is COVID going to go away? Who knows how long it's going to take to go to completely eradicate, right? And investors believe that businesses will create new value. Just like now, we're doing this webinar via live, right? Via online. It used to be physical setting. Or like e-commerce, it has been booming. Why? Because people are shopping online instead of offline. And businesses have learned how to operate in this new norm. So investors have a certain optimism, and that is why the market just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. So once again, if you believe and if you agree that the economy will eventually recover, can you type recover in the chat? Type recover. Okay? Type recover. And the stock market is really just acting ahead of time. It's as simple as that. However, the concern that I and seasoned investors have is that there is a gap between the economy and the stock market. The prices of the stock market are not yet supported by the economy, and therefore there is a gap. What is this gap called? Start with R. It is risk. It is risk. Now let me show you. This is what's happening in the stock market. It's trading at all-time highs and even higher. Okay, the average over here, okay, the mean traded value over here is represented by the horizontal. You can see that it's trading at all-time highs, okay? While it is perfectly symmetrical with what happened in the US last year. Of course, now the US GDP is slowly climbing up. It's less negative. It's less negative, but it's still negative. And it has not yet caught up with all the huge negativity and losses made last year. Last year, in fact, do you know that it fell by an equivalent of 33% annual rate of decline, largest ever in the history of the US. Okay, so we do not know when will the economy catch up with the expectations of the stock market. Because the truth is, experts are forecasting that it will take more than a year. More than a year for this gap, okay, to be closed and for the economy to recover. And if this gap is closed and if the market meets expectations, then the stock market all-time highs right now can be sustained. But if not, what will happen? Kaboom, right? The stock market will eventually correct itself and come down when the economy does not meet expectations. This is the question that no one can answer. No one can answer. Okay? So not many of you like what I'm saying now, but this is the truth. You don't want to be chasing after prices that have already gone off, taken off. And therefore, you need a system that can protect you and help you to profit. In fact, do you know that the large money managers are threading the markets very carefully, okay, very cautiously. And the team has access to fund managers, okay? And for example, Mary Buffett herself, she runs a fund. Can you tell me who are the ones rushing into the markets? Who are the ones rushing into the markets, guys? Who are the ones rushing into the market? And Chai, I see Chai. Okay, Chai, can you please not distract the other viewers over here who are keen to learn, okay? Aaron says speculators. All right, retailers, very good. That's right. It is retailers. Retailers are rushing into the market. All right, you can see this chart shows the blue line here, okay, represents the volume of small trades done by small traders, retail investors. These are the volumes done on options trading, okay? Can you see that it is so scary? It's at all-time highs. And it's multiple times, of what it's been trading at the past 2 decades. What will happen? What will happen if it eventually unwinds? Do you know that it's pretty scary, yeah? And I can tell you that options can really accelerate your gains and limit your risk if you know how to use it. But if you don't know how to use it, it becomes a dangerous weapon that can really destroy your wealth. It's just like driving a car. If you know how to use it, it is super powerful. It can get you to your destination quick. But if you don't, it is going to be like a deadly weapon that can kill people and even yourself. Okay, we know what happened to the Robinhood traders. So Benjamin Graham says, in the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, it is a weighing machine. What does it mean? In the short run, right? It's in, out. People who are, speculating and just doing all these quick trades that are pushing up the market. Short run, huh? But in the long run, what's going to happen? The stock market will eventually come down to the levels of the economy. Understand? So good news is that you have not yet missed the boat. Okay? You have not yet missed the boat. Let me show you why and where are some of the opportunities. Let me ask you, which is the sector that has been driving up the S&P? Which is the sector? Can you all type it in? And I don't want you guys, once again, to be distracted, okay? Focus and learn. It is the people who are committed and focused to the learning that will get their results and their ROI out of this session. Yes, it is tech. Can you see what happened? It is tech represented by the red line, okay? The FANG stocks, right? Your Facebook, your Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, that was recently included, Nvidia, Adobe, all this, that weights 25% of the S&P. Recently, there is a rotation, right? What we call sector rotation, but doesn't matter. It is still the huge industry that is pushing up the S&P 500. So, there are actually lagging sectors that are not too because these lagging sectors basically have not yet recovered to pre-COVID levels and before. So don't chase after the stocks that have already lifted off. It is not safe. You want a sure Q in investing. That is safe investing. And that will help you to make money safe and fast. Okay? So let me show you some lagging sectors now. For example, this is the utility sector. Can you guys tell me, in the coming times, do you think that utilities will be in constant demand? If you think so, can you type C for constant demand? Okay, if you say need for utilities will drop, can you type D for fine? Okay, type. If you think there is an increase, yes, exactly, right? C for constant demand and D, decline. Many of you, in fact, all of you are typing C. Exactly, the world is powered by electricity. There's going to be more manufacturing, population will grow, more economic activity, you need utilities, right? So it is going to recover eventually, right? So this is just one of the sectors. Another one, there's recently, very interestingly, there has been a retracement in the consumer staples, right? When economy opens, people stay less at home, consumer staples has now retraced, and this could also be a potential opportunity. So people who learn from the best make money. For example, Warren Buffett, right? 50% profits, $4.5 billion of cash flow. He uses options. But those who don't understand options and use it end up killing themselves. Okay, so it's very important to learn from the right system because I don't want you guys to end up killing yourself. I'm not even kidding about it. And it's not just the big money managers who are making money. Even people in our community are making money from this. Someone just messaged Sean recently, she said, honestly, receiving 9550, about 10K pounds after investing 800 pounds is something I never expected. Thank you. I appreciate your trading skills and your team. Okay? And I can tell you, this is what my friend messaged me recently also. She joined OMI, okay? And she just graduated 1 week and she told me, hey, my account already increased by 800 USD. Then I asked her, what is your capital? She said 3.5. So it's nearly 25% in 1 week, If this is awesome, guys, can you type awesome in the chat? In fact, she said she didn't even use all her capital, that's the thing. So if you learn properly, you can really profit from the market, okay? It is not just the big money managers like Warren Buffett who are making money. But of course, if you don't learn properly, then of course you're going to lose money, right? Some principles and ground rules that I'm going to lay. Number one, options applied on nothing is speculation. If you're just using options to speculate, it is going to destroy your wealth. Can everybody type no speculation in the chat? No speculation. Okay? And number 2, options applied on good stocks is wise investing. Everybody type good stocks. Extremely important. Good stocks, huh? So who is this investing system for? Number 1 is for new investors who are looking to start investing right, meaning not speculating, and build a strong foundation. It's for seasoned investors who want to learn, okay, want to further improve your consistency and accelerate your returns. And it's for those of you who want to leverage on the current market volatility and profit through options when the market goes up, goes down, goes sideways in all directions. So once again, for those of you who are here for options investing, I want to remind you, options have to be applied on good stocks. And therefore, right now, I'm going to show you how you can select good stocks. If you're ready to go, type ready. Okay, if you're ready to go, type ready. This system is called ABC. And this system teaches us how to select good stocks. Why is it called ABC? Because I want to bust the myth and break the misconception that investing is complex, that it's very time consuming, that it's very difficult. No. Okay, it can be very simple, yet very powerful. And it has worked for many investors. And it has worked for many, it's not just people with financial background. I can tell you that 80-90% of the students that walk through the door have zero financial background. Okay, they come from all walks of life. But this system called ABC is as simple as that, and any of you can use it. Okay, even if you don't have a business strategy background like mine, you can use this system to safely profit from the market. So what is A? A stands for what stocks to buy. Okay, assessing what stocks to buy. You need a solid checklist for your strong stock picks. B stands for buy, meaning at what price to buy. Because you cannot buy a Toyota for the price of a BMW, right? And C stands for cash. So after assessing good businesses and knowing at what price to buy it, you then use options to grow your cash pile, which can then be reinvested. Starting with A, okay, quick question. There is a real market, okay? There is a real market where business operate in, and then there is a stock market, where there's a trading of shares and options, and all the other financial instruments. So let me ask you, if you want to make money through investing and through stocks and through options, where should you go to? Do you go to R for real market or S for stock market? Can you type R or S? R or S? Okay. Yeah. Now, okay, it's not really S. It's not. It's R. It's the real market. Do you know why? Because when you're buying stocks, you're buying into real businesses. In the stock market, S for stock market, all you know are the prices, whether it goes up, whether it goes down. The numbers, I can tell you, the prices don't tell you anything. Let me ask you, okay, if McDonald's shares are selling at $100 today, does it tell you whether it's a good or bad business? Can you type good or bad in the chat? If McDonald's shares are selling at $100 today, is it a good or bad business? Type it in the chat. Okay, you guys just fell for a trick question. The prices do not tell you anything. It doesn't tell you whether it's a solid business. Remember, when you buy stocks, you are actually buying businesses. So when you buy into the stock of McDonald's, you are buying into the business of selling fries, nuggets, nasi lemak burger, and then recently, it announced that it's going to come, with the chocolate pie and McFlurry and the McGriddles, and who's ready for a meal right now? Okay. So at the end of the day, you need to know how McDonald's make its money. It is as simple as that. And how do you do that? You have to go to R, the real market. This is what Warren Buffett means, and this is what Warren Buffett does. This is his method. He says, if a business does well, the stock eventually follows. This is not a fluffy quote once again. This is said and the method used by one of the richest and most successful investor of all times. So the question is, can we predict whether stock prices are going to rise or fall? Can we? Can you type yes or no? Can we predict whether stock prices will rise or fall? Okay, let's see. This is Singapore Airlines. Okay, this is the profit. This is the profit of Singapore Airlines. This is the stock price. Can you see? Down, up, down, sideways, up, down, slightly up. Prices follow your earnings or your profits in the long run. 10 years, okay, this is 10 years. Can you see? It follows the trend. Next, this is Coach. Can you see? Same trend. Profits, stock price. Keppel. Profits, stock price. Can you see? It follows the same trend. So this is what Warren Buffett means. Okay, if a business does well, the stock eventually follows. Of course, sometimes, in the short term, there's volatility, right? You can see, wow, up, down, all this small little short-term volatility. But in the long term, the business performance can roughly tell you the stock price. And you can see this is 10 years data, and therefore, you need a longer term horizon, which is why I talked about long term just now. So let me ask you once again, can you actually predict or make an educated guess on the future performance of a company? What is it? Tell me, type it in the chat again. The answer is pretty much yes, right? By studying past data of certain key indicators, you can actually predict or forecast the future performance of a company. You are not gambling. You are studying. You are making an educated guess. How? When you have track records of certain indicators of the company. Can everybody type TR in the chat for track record? Type TR. So right now I'm going to teach you one of the most important and powerful key indicators that we normally teach during the 3-day course that you can use right now to select good stocks. It is called consistent profits. Can everybody type profits in the chat? Okay, type profits. Tell me, this is Toyota's profits. This is Disney's profits. Which business will give you more confidence to invest in? Type D for Disney and T for Toyota. Obviously D, right? D for Disney because it has consistent profits. 10 seconds. Which business, type the first letter of the business, which business gives you more confidence to invest in? Of course, it is what? HP and Nike, correct? Because it is trending upwards. And it is so simple. Most of you got it right. Okay, most of you got it right. I'm looking at the answers now. Now, many of you say that you are new, but with this indicator right now, you can already start picking your stocks. So why look at past 10 years data, right? Because every 7 to 10 years, there's typically a correction. It's just a business cycle. So the longer the track records you have, the more confidence we have when investing. Based on brand, okay, based on brands, which do you guys have more confidence to invest in? Can you type the first letter of the company? Okay, I see. Quite many typing F. Quite many typing F. I want to show you something. Ta-da! Look. Many are actually typing either Ford or FedEx, which I personally would as well if I'm choosing the company based on brand. Because FedEx is pretty well known, right? Including Ford. And then Yum and Usana are not so well known. But do you see that the profits actually indicate otherwise? So once again, it is very important to have a good checklist and not invest just based on external branding or hearsay. Can everybody type checklist in the chat? Everyone type checklist. Now, I hear some of you asking me, right? But Felicia, where do I find, this profits? Where do I find all this information of the companies? Actually, it's very simple. You can use this particular website that I really love. And in fact, I've personally worked with them to accelerate their growth in Indonesia before. Okay? And this is the website. I'm going to say it very slowly right now. Take it down. It's www.google.com. www.google.com. I'm not even kidding. Okay, guys, information is so readily available today. So the real issue is not the lack of not the lack of information, because information is so widespread, it's everywhere. But the issue is the lack of a proper system that can help aspiring investors like yourself to meaningfully use data to profit from the market. So can you see? Okay, I know many of you are typing www.google.com. Great, okay? You know so much information, but you need a right system. So in a short 5 minutes, by doing this simple study of past profits, we now know which are the companies that will give us consistent profits, right? That gives us the confidence to invest in or not. And within this short 5 minutes of this exercise we have done, we have now come up with a basket of stocks that we can put in our shopping list. If you think it's simple so far, can you type S for simple in the chat? Right? It's so simple. S, right? So let's say you buy this basket of 7 stocks. When you deep dive into its profits, this is how it looks. Wow, 45 degrees upwards, you know? Let me ask you, do you think this basket of stocks will make you money next year? Tell me, will this basket of stocks make you money next year? Type yes or no. Once again, this is a trick question. Now you're like gonna hammer me already. Good thing I'm sitting behind a computer. You're like, Felicia, trick question all the time. Let me tell you, the truth is that no one can guarantee your profits, but there is a high chance that you will profit from this basket of stocks. Can you type HC in the chat for a high chance? HC. And then some of you might think, but Felicia, you know, I'm always very sway, very unlucky, right? In Singlish, we say it as sway. Who knows, when I buy into Disney, then Mickey and Minnie Mouse retires, right? And then the company comes crashing down. Can I still make money? The truth is, even if 2 or 3 of these bad companies, these companies turn out to be bad, rotten apples, bad choices, and the rest are still winners, you can still win overall. You can still profit overall. And that is why the concept or the principle of having a portfolio is very important. Can everybody type portfolio in the chat? Type portfolio. You must never, put your eggs in one basket. I have seen students who put 80% or 100% of their capital in 1 or 2 or 3 companies. Okay, and guess what's going to happen if either one of them goes bust? All right. So even for the most successful investor, Warren Buffett, does he make money on every stock? The truth is no. But does his overall portfolio make money? Extremely well. As I said, your $100 will have grown into 2.8 million by sitting on your butt and sleeping well and doing nothing. That is the power of a solid portfolio. Once again, for those of you who have not yet typed portfolio in the chat. And because I know that a powerful portfolio can make you a lot of money and make me a lot of money, if you want to know how you can access my personal stock watch list that I have poured countless hours of research into, only for you guys in this session, can you type me? Only for those of you who type me, if you stay till the end of this session, I will tell you how you can get access to my personal stock watch list. Okay? So, once again, I can hear you, in your head, but Felicia, I have not even started investing in my first stock. How do I build my portfolio? Of course, before we learn how to fly, we must learn how to run. So taking the first step is very important. And I want you to pay attention to Rash's story. So I know him personally and his story is very inspiring. He started investing when he was 18 years old, when he was in National Service, NS. So young, no money, no knowledge. Guess what can happen to you had you started investing at 18 years old or even right now, and what can happen 2, 3, 4 years later. You hear how much he was making when he was 22, okay?
When I met Sean, I really decided that I need to learn, and he's a mentor I chose. I said, work out with for so basically, consistently over the last 4 years or so, I've achieved a double-digit return on my investment. Every single year it's been growing, so now about 1,000. How does it help you now? So it's helped me. It really helped me a lot. The one achievement I actually achieved this year because of value investing and because of my profit so far was that I managed to also invest recently buy more property as well. So and I'm 22. So it's pretty awesome.
Okay, guys. So what is the lesson here? Can you tell me? Even if you had started out with little money, little knowledge, you can make it. So don't give yourselves any excuses. You can start off with a small capital and grow it. In fact, the media started to feature his inspiring story, at a national level in Singapore. He traveled the world, he shared his story. And guess what? He gave more than 100,000, to charity in his early 20s. And you can be like him, okay? You can start off with little money, little knowledge. It's never too late to start. Understand? And you can find your version of financial and time freedom and eventually impact others as well. So he's on his way to giving $1 million, which is a vision that he wants to fulfill. And what does this tell us? Right? Money does not make you evil. Money magnifies who you are. Okay? So now I've taught you A out of the ABC system, and we are already 1/3 done. Now on to B. The next step after identifying a good company is that you must know when to buy. At what price to buy it at. Let's talk about IBM, right? We understand every business has a value. Just like when you buy a property in the central areas, a property near KLCC if you're from Malaysia, or a property near Orchard Road if you're in Singapore, or wherever you are, a property in the central area as compared to a property in the outskirts, in the rural areas, are worth different. They have different value. They can be the same size, same facilities, but they are worth different, okay? They have a different value. Same for businesses. Every business has a different value. Look at this, IBM. This is the profits of IBM, and it's been increasing, right? So let's play a game. Let's play an investing game, okay? Let's say the prices, okay, this chart represents the prices of IBM is at this level now. How many of you will invest and buy some IBM stocks right now, or if you will not buy? Can you type B for buy and N for not buy? B for buy and N for not buy. Okay? B for buy and N for not buy. Okay. Congratulations. For those of you who did not buy, you save yourself some losses. And for those of you who bought, you made some losses. At this point in time, how many of you will put some of your capital in to buy? Type B for buy, type N for not buy. Okay? Okay. So how many people will buy or not buy? Congratulations. Those of you who took action takers, you made money. For those of you who did not, you missed out on the chance. At this point, will you buy or not buy? Guys, will you buy or not buy? Buy or not buy? Okay. Well, for those of you who took action, once again, congratulations. You made money. And for those of you who did not buy, you lost out the opportunity. But guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? When I ask you buy or not buy at this price, what are you doing? You're only what? Speculating. Do you realize that you're only speculating? This is, excuse me, this is exactly what many people are doing. People who don't educate themselves, okay? The thing is, no one knows exactly whether the market's going to go up, whether the market's going to go down. What happens now if I tell you that there is a certain valuation method that allows you to calculate that, hey, the real value of IBM is worth $100. And now with this valuation, you know that, hey, I should be buying at this point when the prices touch 100 or below, and then I should be letting it go. I might want to let it go when it's above 100, right? Or it has gone way above the 100. So profitable investors are not speculators, once again. They know how to evaluate companies, which usually takes us a few days to teach as well. It is part of the course. So I'm not going to go through it now, okay? But I want you to appreciate the value of investing through a valuation method as compared to without. Because without it, you're really only gambling, okay? This is one of the portfolio in my stocks, Facebook. Now, if you know Facebook, right? Type FB, Facebook. Did I know at this point, okay, so this is my valuation. This is my valuation, the red line. And did I know that this was the bottom? Did I know that this was the bottom? No, but I actually entered a tranche because through my valuation method, I know that it was grossly undervalued. So I entered one tranche, two tranche. This is the screenshot from my brokerage. Guess what? In 5 months, I made 78% profits. If you think this is wow, type wow. Okay, type wow. 5 months, 80%, close to 80%. Okay? Some of my friends think that they don't have time to invest, but let me tell you the truth. Because you do not have time to invest, you do not have time not to invest. Now you're like, tongue twister, Felicia. Let me repeat it again. Because you do not have time to invest, you do not have time not to invest. It's all about the goal of time freedom. Understand? One of the people who used to think he has no time to invest is my friend Joseph. Okay, he is a father of a very young child. He used to work really long hours in the corporate world to a point he does not have time for his family. So one fine day, his wise wife forced him to invest. Okay, and he decided to join the course in 2017. Some of you might be here because your wife had forced you to join. But I can tell you, we have seen so many stories. You will thank them afterwards, okay? After 4 months of investing, he saw 43% of returns, okay? And then he was very happy. So hear what he has to say.
I'm Joseph from Hong Kong. I have a 2-year-old daughter working in insurance company for the back office. I don't want to join the course at the very beginning because I'm forced to join the course because of my wife. But I'm glad to join the course because it changed my life. At the very beginning, I was unemployed. But after the course, what I have learned can make me survive even not based on the jobs. It's just only what I have learned from the course, and then you can earn the money. It's already replaces my current salary. I have a 2 account. One account for around 2 years is already around 200% growth, and one account is around 4 months is already 90% growth. This changed my life because it can make me have more time to spend the time with my family. So I don't need to spend a lot of time in the work. So it changed my life, and this skill is for lifelong. Highly recommended.
Guys, can you see what he said? Because of the system he followed, he is now financially free. He has time for his family. He earns more than his monthly income that he used to make, you know? And he doesn't have to worry about money, especially nowadays. Job security is no longer, there's no such term as job security. Okay, so I hope that this encourages you that it is possible. Your FF and TF is possible. So far, if you're understanding me, type U in the chat, type U for understand. U, the first letter of understand. So I know that you are following me, okay?
I'm Joseph.
Now, very excitingly, on to options. You guys are here for options. So now we have covered A and B. So now I know that at least you have some understanding of how to select good stocks so you're not speculating. So now on to options, right? Options must be applied on good stocks. One strategy that I'm going to teach you now is called selling a put option. All right. And this is a monthly income generation strategy. If you like income, can you type income in the chat? If you like income, can you type income in the chat? When you sell an option, okay, you are selling a promise or an insurance. An option is like a contract between a seller and a buyer. So right now, I'm just going to teach you how to sell an option. This is a strategy that Warren Buffett himself does in the past 2 decades. Okay, actually 3 decades, right? 3 decades to generate income for himself. Okay, billions of dollars each year. This is very powerful because especially in market conditions like now, where it's very volatile, the premiums or the income that you can collect is much higher than the usual. Okay, so the market is in your favor. You are learning at the right time. Let me explain what it means, okay, when you're selling an insurance or you're selling a put option and how it generates income. Let's backdate it, okay, to the 1990s. Coke share price was $39. Warren Buffett calculated that the intrinsic value of Coke is $35. So he wanted to enter the stock at $35. Now, what did he do? If someone what would someone do if, let's say, you guys want to enter the stock at 35 and right now it's at 39? What will you do? You would? What will you do? You will wait. Let me ask you, does waiting make you money? Guys, does waiting make you money? Type it in the chat, type it in the chat. Waiting does not make you money. So what did Warren Buffett did? What did he do? He sold a put. He sold a put at $35. Let me explain what he is doing. Okay? So imagine Mr. Water Bottle owns 100 Coke shares. Mr. Water Bottle owns 100 Coke shares. Now, Warren Buffett basically sells a put to Mr. Water Bottle who owns 100 Coke shares and tell him, hey, Mr. Water Bottle, I will sell you an insurance or I will sell you a promise that if Coke shares fall from $39 to $35 or below, I am going to buy your 100 shares from you at $35, regardless of how low the share price of Coke falls to. Understand? I repeat again. By selling a $35 put to Mr. Water Bottle, Warren Buffett is selling a promise or an insurance to him to say, hey, Mr. Water Bottle, I will promise you to buy your 100 Coke shares from you at $35, regardless of how low the Coke shares fall to. And for promising you, you pay me some money. And this money is called premiums. Can everyone type premiums in the chat? So Warren Buffett, for selling this promise, collects a premium. And this promise has an expiration date. So let's say come the expiry date, scenario 1. Stock prices of Coke stays above $35. Can I ask you, does he keep the premiums? Does he keep the premiums or not? Does Warren Buffett keep the premiums? The answer is yes. Why? Take, for example, how many of you here have health insurance? When you have health insurance and you do not fall sick, do your health insurer return you the premiums? The answer is no. Similarly, premiums go into your pocket immediately. You do not ever, under any circumstance, return your premiums. Understand? Question number 2. Do the 100 Coke shares now belong to you? Do the 100 Coke shares now belong to you? The answer is no. Because if the market is at 39, let's say, why would he want to sell it to you for 35? Doesn't make sense, right? So the stocks don't belong to you. Scenario 2. Stock prices of Coke fall to $30. Okay, falls to $30. Let me ask you, do you keep the premiums? Do you keep the premiums, guys? The answer is yes. Do the stocks now come to you? Do the stocks now come to you? Also yes. Why? Because Warren Buffett has promised him that, hey, no matter how low Coke shares fall to, I will buy it from you at how much? $35. So Warren Buffett, of course, has to honor his agreement, right? Has to fulfill his promise. So he bought Coke shares at $35. Now, what happens is that he collected 7.5 million of premiums just by selling put options, okay? And he collected premiums for selling this insurance or this promise. And on top of that, because Coke shares is a dividend share, so he collected 40 million of dividends. And on top of that, because Warren Buffett did his homework, so Coke shares obviously rose, right? There's capital appreciation. So he made money until he was very happy. And this is what you can do. Okay, not only do you collect premiums, you collect dividends, and then the capital appreciation on the Coke shares. So this is how you make money. Okay, this is how you make money through options. This is just one of the 4 very powerful ways of making money. And this way helps you to make money while you wait for prices to fall to your entry price. And this is also why I say you only want to do options on strong companies. Because if the stock prices fall, let's say if Coke prices fall to 20, Warren Buffett will still have to buy the Coke shares at $35. So you want to make sure that this is a company that you want to own. You want to make sure that this is a strong company. So once again, this is one of the powerful advantages of options to generate you income while you wait for prices to fall, and you can make this money in a safe and sustainable way. Now let's do a live example, okay? This is the brokerage account. It's TD Ameritrade. Let's just say you want to sell the put on Skechers, okay? Skechers, right? Because I mean nowadays, health and fitness is the in thing, and Skechers. Okay, so let's say Skechers. So Skechers now is $38, but I don't want to buy Skechers at $38. Let's say I calculated the intrinsic value of Skechers and I realized that, hey, it is $37. Okay, it is $37. And yes, the brokerage is nearly commission free, nearly, okay, for the US ticker symbols. Now, let's say I want to enter Skechers at $37 instead of $38. So what do? I sell a put. Can you see I mouse over? You can see the sell, right? In the white box, sell. So I sell the put. Okay? I click here. Now, what is the premiums that I collect? I can bargain, very good. Actually, in the brokerage, I can bargain. So I shift this. Can you see I shift it to mid price? I can actually bargain. So one contract of options insures for 100 unit of stocks. I want to say this again. One contract of options insures for 100 unit of stocks. So this 95 cents that I'm collecting as premiums represents the premiums that I'm collecting only for one stock. If I times 100, okay, if I times 100, the premiums that I'm collecting is how much? 95 cents times 100 is $95. $95. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening in this brokerage. As you can see, the left-hand side represents call options. Okay, you can see where I'm mousing over calls. The right-hand side represents puts. Because I'm selling put options, obviously, I will come to this part over here of the brokerage to click, right? And what you see over here is the expiration date. Remember I said that this promise or this insurance has an expiration date? So you can see it under options chain. If I were to scroll, all these are the various expiration dates. All these are the various expiration dates, okay? So let's say because I want to generate, okay, so let's say I click 19 March, okay, 19 March, expiration. So it's going to expire on 19 March. And I want to enter at $37. So I sell. Once again, this is how I do it. $95 I collect, confirm and send. Then I send. Okay? Or if I want to do, 9th, if I want it to expire, if I want to click and choose to sell an insurance that expires on the 9th of April, I can also do so, right? And then I see it. Okay, I want to enter at $37. You see 37, I sell a put, I collect $155. Understand? It is as simple as that. Confirm and send, and then I send, and then ding! Oh, okay, this is a simulated account, so it says I don't have enough money. But this is what you do, all right? This is what you do in order to collect premiums. Now, I want to calculate the ROI with you guys. Just now, for a 19 March expiration date contract, I collected $95. Let me ask you, what is happening over here? If I were to sell a put at $37 on Skechers, expiring on 19 March, what is the promise that I'm making? Let's say Mr. Water Bottle owns 100 Skechers shares. Okay, let's say Mr. Water Bottle owns 100 Skechers shares. What am I promising him? I'm basically selling him a promise. Hey, Mr. Water Bottle, if Skechers falls to $37 and below, right? Now it is $38 market price. If market price falls to $37 and below, I promise to buy your 100 Skechers shares from you at $37. This is basically my promise to Mr. Water Bottle. And Mr. Water Bottle, guys, tell me, who is the one paying me the premiums? Because I'm selling the promise to Mr. Water Bottle, who is the one paying me the premiums? Type it in the chat. Because you have some classmates over here, or audience over here that's asking. Of course, Mr. Water Bottle, right? Because Mr. Water Bottle is buying the promise from me. So he's the one paying me the price of the insurance. Exactly. Very good. Okay? Understand? So, this is what we are doing when we sell a put. It is as simple as that. You sell an insurance, you collect premiums. Let me ask you, if I promise to sell a put at $37, how much is the capital that I need to have? How much? How much is the capital that I need to set aside in order to fulfill my promise should Coke shares fall to $37 and should Skechers shares fall to $37 and below? Tell me, what is the capital that I need to set aside? It is what? $3,700. Okay, it is $3,700. Why? Because one option contract insures for 100 unit of stocks. Each stock, if I buy it at $37, I need $3,700 exactly, okay? $3,700. And for setting aside $3,700, how much premiums am I collecting? Type it in the chat just now. $97, right? 95. I collected 95 just now. So let me show you. What is our ROI? Let's count it together. Huh? For an option that expires on 19 March, so that's 2 weeks time, okay? Nearly about 15 days, that's 2 weeks time. It expires, so the promise that I'm selling expires in 2 weeks time. And I need to set aside $3,700 and I collect $95. This is the ROI, 95 divided by 3,700, okay? Times 100. So for 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, I make 2.6%. Let's do it monthly. Monthly, so I times 2. Every month, I make nearly 5% or more than 5%. And if I annualize it, meaning I just keep doing it monthly and monthly and monthly, I times 12 months. Guys, I make more than 60% through this very safe, very safe strategy. How many of you don't mind growing your 10,000, okay, by another 60%? Meaning, what's 10,000 times 160%? What's 60% of 10,000, right? If you have 10,000 capital, you grow it by 60%, it is 6,000, right? Plus your initial capital, you get 16,000. How many of you don't mind growing your 10K to 16K in 1 year just by doing a very safe strategy, right? Type me, okay? Type me. But guys, I just want to be very transparent and upfront with you guys. Typically, you don't get such high premiums. Typically, every month, you get about 2 to 3%, which in a year means what? About 30%. Okay, about 30%. So about half, about 30%. But even if it's 30%, your 10,000 grow to 13,000. Is it good? It can bring you on a holiday, you know, right? It is good. And it's so safe. So, once again, okay, I just want to say, at this point in time, okay, it is very hard not to make money through this method. In fact, there is only 2 reasons why you won't make money through this. Number 1, either everything that I'm saying from the start till now doesn't make sense to you, then maybe this system is not suitable for you. Or number 2, you are too ill-disciplined or too lazy to actually even follow the rules and to go and sell this put option. Only 2 reasons. If not, there is no reason why you wouldn't make money through this. And this is only one of the 4 advantages or strategies of options. And in this case, once again, you are selling options to get income. So, if you want passive income and you want your financial freedom, once again, can you type FF in the chat? Type FF, okay? If you want your financial freedom, type FF. If you don't belong to the 2 categories that I talked about just now, which is number 1, everything that I'm saying doesn't make sense to you, or number 2, you are not ill-disciplined, you're not too lazy, then this strategy would make sense for you. Now, let's listen. This is one of our students who achieved success in a very short period of time, 3 months. Very important lesson behind his success story. Listen and distill the principles, okay? Why did he achieve success so quickly? What makes him different from the rest? Listen, listen.
I'm currently a stay-home dad. In 2011, I had a medical condition, and basically I had to quit my job and look for alternative stream of income while I was recuperating at home. And Sean invited me to attend his value investing class. So at that point in time, I didn't know much about value investing, but to be honest, I was a bit intimidated because I have no financial background. But I think having attended the class, it really struck a big interest, huge interest in me. And Sean basically managed to make the entire session very understandable for somebody with no financial background like me. Results over the last 3 years have been very encouraging for myself and my family. We've been able to, on average, generate almost 5-figure sum a month over the last 3 years. Money I've been able to generate through value investing basically exceeds it more than covers that. So basically, it is financial freedom. So with that, I'm able to make conscious choice, spend more time with my family, and so retire.
Guys, can you hear what he said? Same story, huh? He is making more money than his monthly income. He can now spend time with his family and retire. But tell me what differentiates him from the rest. You know, it's not because he learned from us, right? Many people learn from us, but what accelerated his journey to success? What is it? What accelerated his journey to success? Can you type it in the chat? It's because of his commitment, okay? Because he had no choice. He had a medical condition. So he had to be disciplined. Exactly, he had to take action, to commit. Can everybody type committed in the chat? Type committed, okay? Type committed. Now, many investors try a bit, you know, and then they lost the discipline, they gave up, didn't follow the rules, jumped to other vehicles, lose money, okay, and then they give up investing entirely. This is not ideal at all. If you really want to achieve success in your investments, right, then you need commitment. Okay, I can tell you, I've seen people who have already lost a lot of money, but then they pick themselves up again and really learn and take action. And now their portfolios have grown tremendously. Don't underestimate having the right attitude, okay? Because your attitude determines what? Type it in the chat. Your attitude determines your altitude. It determines how high and how far you go. So up to this point, I hope that you have learned something, okay, guys? If you have learned, can you type learned in the chat? Type learned, L-E-A-R-N-T. So I'm very glad that you've decided to invest in yourselves tonight because Warren Buffett says, first invest in yourself, right? Which is what you've done now. And I've taught you the ABC system, which myself, Sean, Mary Buffett, you know, we personally use and are able to invest safely and profitably and sleeping soundly at night, you know, without worrying and not needing to glue your eyes on the screen every night. But don't let it go to waste, okay? Don't let this like past 1 hour go to waste. You want to apply what you have learned. Type action, everyone, type action. If you're not going to get, you know, if not, you're not going to get money, okay? If you're not going to take action, you're not going to get money. So what kind of actions can you take right now? Number 1, you can open a brokerage account. Number 2, find stocks with good profits. Remember, you learn consistent profits. Number 3, learn about intrinsic value, okay? Intrinsic value. And number 4, use options to accelerate your gains. So I want to give you some serious resources that the team and I, you know, we highly recommend in a sense to help you master investing. This is one of them, Columbia Business School. Can you tell me why this school is so famous? They have a very famous student. Who is it? It is who? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. Okay, so Warren Buffett learned value investing from Benjamin Graham, who is, right, the father of value investing. And you can learn the same method that made Warren Buffett a billionaire from this school. Okay, so if you want to learn, please learn something that has been proven for decades. Everyone type proven again. So important. Type proven. Okay, type proven in the chat. And of course, now, you know, I mean, it's very difficult to fly over. So they do have an online course. It costs $3,750. Okay, $3,750. But for me, personally, I didn't learn from Columbia Business School and I'm still making money. Okay, but I learned from these mentors, Sean and Mary Buffett. Once again, Mary Buffett, mentored by Warren Buffett. And Sean, he actually spent $35,000, I can tell you, the first time. He flew to the US just to be mentored by Mary Buffett the first time. And his story of how he initially burned 60K and then he grew it to 10,000 to 1 million to 7 million and now an 8-figure portfolio has been reported in the newspapers. And in the Singapore newspapers, do you know that you have to show them an account statement? They have to proofread it first and you have to show your evidence first before they report it. Okay, so this is my mentor, Sean. And this is also my mentor, Mary Buffett. Now, who is Mary Buffett? She's a former daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett. She learned directly from him for 12 years. She's an international best-selling author. Okay, she runs a UK Buffettology fund. And she's been featured on BBC, Bloomberg, Fox. You know, she's highly accredited. All right. She has many accreditations. And this is how powerful a system is. Look at this. This is the S&P 500 returns. This is Warren Buffett's funds returns. This is Mary Buffett's funds returns. Warren Buffett taught Mary Buffett, and Mary Buffett outdid him. Mary Buffett taught all of us, okay? And we are using the same methods to get the same kind of results. We are teaching these methods to people who are coming through the doors, okay? So these people have learned directly from her and Sean, and we are the ones teaching you. So an option for you guys, and no pun intended, if you want to get access to this Buffett mindset and system that have been proven for years, we have our very own flagship program called Options Millionaire Intensive, OMI. So I was a student of this program, okay, and I personally, really speaking as a former student, believe that we have one of the best courses out there, and you can speak to other graduates as well. Before I tell you about a super crazy deal that we have tonight, I promise, okay, if you stay till the end, it's going to be highly rewarding. And I have a bonus strategy to share with you right now. Let me ask you, how many of you want to at least 3x your profits and you want to reduce your risk significantly in the stock market? Type me, and then I will share with you this bonus strategy. Okay, type me. If you want to 3x your profits at least, and you want to reduce your risk significantly, okay? This strategy is called Strategy X. And it's something that I've learned from OMI, and it's personally one of my most favorite strategies that I use very often now. I taught you earlier that you can sell options, right, for income. But do you know that you can actually buy options to accelerate your learnings? Everyone type buy in the chat, type buy. And before I share with you what this concept is, right, of buying of options, I want to share with you, I am a very logical thinker. I'm a very logical thinker. When people tell me that they earn 30%, 40% a year in investing, I really don't believe it, okay? Let alone all the 100% profits, right? I used to think it's a scam because all this while, the way I've been brought up, the information that is being fed to me is that, hey, ETF returns about 8 to 12% every year. So that's my expectations, 8 to 12%. Anything more than that, it triggers alarm bells in my head. Okay, that it must either be super risky or it's a scam. But I can show you, okay, that this mental block that I have was soon broken when I myself did Strategy X that is very safe, and I will show you my returns, I will show you my profits, okay? The reason why I love it is precisely because Warren Buffett said this. It is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. I would say that I've had pretty extraordinary results on certain trades that I do using Strategy X. And why I love it is because it is so simple yet so powerful. It is so simple yet so powerful. Warren Buffett says, especially in investing, okay, it is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. And once again, especially in investing, simple and boring is the best because it makes you the most money. Can everybody type boring in the chat? Type boring. And I love Strategy X because it is simple yet so powerful. What you're doing when you're buying options, right? Basically, when you're buying options, I'm locking in the stocks at a certain price, at the current price, at where it is, by only putting a 10% deposit or a 20% deposit. And the profits that I make are as though I'm owning 100 units of stocks. I repeat again, when I buy options, I am putting a deposit to lock in the current stock price. And this deposit is only 10% or 20% of the entire 100 stocks. But the gains that I make are as though I own that 100 stocks. And this is why my gains can really be accelerated. But you must only use this on safe stocks. And everybody type safe once again. Type safe. Okay? S-A-F-E. And I can show you. This is some of my ROI. Some of you, right, know Alibaba, right? So, when the underlying stock price of Alibaba was $190, I entered, okay, using Strategy X. A few months later, 2 months later, I exited when the underlying stock price was $230. Now, my ROI in the stocks would have been 22% if I went into stocks. But because I did Strategy X, I gained 80% in 2.5 months, If you think this is great, can you type great? 80% in 2.5 months. And this is for my brokerage account. You can see it for yourself. 77.88%. Okay? And my profits were what? Triple, more than triple. If I owned stocks, it would have been 22%. But because I used Strategy X, it was more than triple to nearly 80% just in 2.5 months. PayPal, another one. Okay? I entered when the underlying stock price was 120. A few days later, it rose to 140. My ROI on stocks would have been 18%. But because I entered on Strategy X, do you know in 3 days, I made 150%, you know, guys. 146%. This is from my brokerage account. If you think this is wow, can you type wow? Type wow. Now I'm showing you this not to tell you that it's a get rich quick scheme. Okay, please don't be speculators. Okay, but there is a fundamental reason as to why the stock prices spiked. Why? And it's very important. That's why I say apply options on good stocks. You have to understand the fundamentals. You have to understand the business. What happened in PayPal's case, right? During COVID, brick and mortar stores had to close. Stores went online. When stores go online and people shop online, guess what? You need a payment system, right? You need a payment processor or you need a payment wallet. PayPal was transacting amounts that they normally transact in 5 years. They were transacting it in 3 months. So the business accelerated, you know, this was what its CEO said. What took it 5 years to accomplish, it accomplished in 3 months. And therefore, once again, going back to the ABC system, if you are able to identify the right stocks, able to enter at the right price and use options to accelerate your profits, you will really see wealth that you have never seen before. And this is my real story, my real trades, my real profits that I'm showing you guys right now. I hope that it encourages you to take action, to learn, okay? Once again, this is Strategy X. And remember, options make the slow things fast because there is a multiplier effect. Can everybody type multiplier? Okay, everyone type multiplier. Not only that, your risk is limited to the smaller capital that you have put out. So you lose less than in stocks, okay? So once again, options multiplies and accelerates the slow things. But remember, all this didn't come overnight. My past trades, you know, you guys know the story of my past trades that I shared. You guys know that I tried other methods, you know, and lost a lot of money. In fact, a real story, okay? I also went through a near retrenchment situation. The company I was in a few years ago was trying to cut headcount, right? And it was a massive retrenchment, you know. And during that time, I saw how colleagues who were parents, they had dependents, they were supporting their families, they were very, very worried. People who had mortgages to pay, house mortgage, you know, who were in debt, were also very anxious. And many of you are in this situation right now, okay? I thank God that I managed to keep my job, but the episode helped me to empathize with people in similar situations right now. I can tell you, I've spoken to students, okay? Many of the students who came through the doors, some of them have lost their jobs. Many of them are very uncertain, you know, of their job security. And many of you are feeling this way. So I just want to tell you that you are not alone, okay? You're not alone. Many are feeling like that. We don't know how the economy is going to perform. And that is why I'm very excited to share with you OMI, because I know that investing is the solution to your financial freedom, okay? It's the solution to giving you security for those of you who have no job securities. And I do not want you to be in a similar situation as I was in before, or people who have already been retrenched before getting serious with investing, and before finding an alternative stream of income. You don't want this to be your only choice before getting serious with it. Okay, so once again, for me, this is my answer. It was my wake-up call. And this is the course that I personally attended in the past. And because of this system that I've learned, I'm profiting even now during such volatile seasons. And I can tell you that this time right now, it is really the perfect time for options because of the volatility. And you guys saw my results. Okay, they speak for themselves. And if you Google Options Millionaire Intensive, you'll see that many people are writing a lot of good things, that this is one of the best courses out there. I will show it to some of you. I will show what some of them wrote to you guys, okay? But I want to emphasize, guys, making money from the stock market is not difficult, but it is also not as easy as money falling from the sky. You need to have a system, and you need to follow the rules that I'm going to teach you during the class, okay? So this class is not for people who are not open, not willing to be open-minded and learn. This class is also not a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, it is not for people who want to speculate and not manage your risk. All right? Okay? So, past graduates with the right attitude and the right mindset of learning. Once again, I say your attitude determines your altitude. Okay? Those with the right motivation, they joined us and they found it very helpful, and they also all make money, right? Look at this. This is really, I read to you guys, I have really benefited from this. This is one of the best options course. In fact, he said this is the best option course I've attended so far. Intensive 3-day course brings so much clarity on my next level on investment. Blessed to learn from the real millionaire practitioner and the genuine teaching. Structured in a very professional manner. The skills being taught here are simple, easy to understand, and yet powerful. You say one is for those of you who want to build up their portfolio through a proper strategy. Highly recommended course, worth the value. Once again, this is one of the best courses I've ever attended, suitable to both new and experienced investors. I earned more than what I invested in OMI and still earning till today, no regret. And look at this, my friend made money, and what else? People, you know, on the first night of the course, we go on a live trade, they make money. Okay? So I just want to tell you, I can really vouch for the value that you guys are going to get out of this course. Okay? And this month, we have a very special package. For those of you who stick through with me, okay, it's really a no-brainer. For those of you who want to learn, take advantage of it. Okay? And for those of you who have attended OMI before, please don't be angry with us, okay? Because we're really giving very special deals, very special prices and bonuses, because we just want to help people who are going through this uncertain period. Okay, we just want to educate you guys and just equip you. So when is the next class? It's in February. Oh, sorry. This. Oops. Okay. Let me just correct this. It's March 26th to 28th. Okay. And also take this down. Take this down. So it's 26th to 28 March, Friday to Sunday. And in April, it's the 23rd of April to the 25th of April. Okay, Friday to Sunday as well. Take it down. Okay, take it down. So let me just do this. I'll cancel this. And it's the 23rd to 25th April. Okay. Now, on Friday, it's gonna start 7 to 10 p.m. Okay, 7 to 10 p.m. I will let you know why. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I can tell you guys, once again, okay, the market conditions are perfect. And we see some correction happening, many opportunities right now, so don't delay your learning. This is going to be a virtual workshop, just like what we're doing right now. Okay, it will be live and we will be sharing our screens. Students really like it because they can screenshot, take notes, and it's just very easy for them to look at our screens rather than, you know, in a physical location where people are squinting their eyes at the screens. And we're also going to open our brokerage account to show you step by step and to handhold you through the process, to show you how to place trades. And very importantly, in case you miss any of the sessions, all sessions are recorded for you and uploaded onto the platform, which you will get lifetime access to. Okay? So if you want lifetime access to the video recordings, can you type lifetime in the chat? Type lifetime. Type lifetime. Okay? Type lifetime. So you can go and chew on it, you can internalize it. But guys, although we are giving you the recordings, I do not want you to miss the live lessons. I can tell you it is so different when you watch the recordings as compared to when you join us live. The whole atmosphere, right? Even if you're online, being immersed in the environment, asking your questions, the two-way interaction, I can tell you that when you invest in your learning and when you show up and block your calendars, you will be highly rewarded. Okay? So do not take these lifetime recordings for granted. Show up for class. Okay? It will do you good. What are you going to learn? Let me explain. You're going to learn how to assess and evaluate stocks. You know, just now some of you are asking, hey, you know, what are the indicators on this checklist, right, to select good stocks? We are going to give you a simple yet very powerful framework that not many people have, but only our students are using, and they're choosing very solid stocks. And if you talk to Mary Buffett, this is also the framework that she is using, okay? The framework to teach you how to assess good stocks and to get them at good prices. Remember just now, you're asking how to draw the red line, right? We will be teaching you during this class. So once again, you cannot do options on nothing because that is speculation. We don't want you to speculate, and therefore we are teaching you also a solid foundation on how to choose solid stocks. And then you're going to learn 4 option strategies. The first is the monthly option cash flow. So this is the income strategy to generate monthly option cash flow income. Okay, this is sell puts, which I taught you earlier. But you can also sell calls. Calls are another type of options. Okay, so you'll learn the complete income strategy during this class. And for those of you who need stability, you have family and dependents, you have bills to pay, you will love this, because it's very safe. Okay, it's very safe and it generates you regular income. The second is small capital strategy. So this small capital strategy can really accelerate your gains. And it's applicable to all portfolio sizes, whether you have 4 figures, 5, 6, 7 figures, okay? This strategy, you can use it to really accelerate your profits. And this is what I call Strategy X, which I brought you through just now. But for the lack of time, I don't have time to teach you all the rules. Just now some of you are asking, expiry date, prices to enter, so on and so forth. There are very specific rules that you need to follow, and then you will really see consistent profits, okay? So, I'll be teaching you exactly what rules there are. And this, once again, is one of my most favorite strategies, and it has brought very, very high returns. But I want you guys to follow the rules. Can you type rules in the chat? Type rules? Type rules in the chat, okay? As beginners, you must follow the rules. Only when you become seasoned, then you try to optimize and bend the rules, okay? But it's so simple, yet so powerful, and you saw the returns for yourself. The third is small capital income strategy. For those of you who have small capital, I can tell you that this small capital income strategy can generate you even more returns than the sell put that I mentioned just now. It's very exciting, okay? And I know that you guys will love this strategy and you'll be mind blown. The students that came through the doors, they're like, whoa, this is our strategy X plus. It is even more profitable than selling puts. And it's it can bring you high returns on small capital. And the last is multi-directional strategy. This is what we call strategy Y. And this is what our team is good at. Okay, teaching you how to profit from the market in all directions, whether it goes up, whether it goes down, whether it goes sideways. So those of you, okay, prior to learning options, guess in which direction I was making money? Guess in which direction of the market was I making money prior to learning options? Tell me. Prior to learning options, okay, I was making money only when the market goes up, right? But with options, you learn how to make money in all directions, which is why it's so powerful. Guys, for those of you who want to make money in all directions, whether the market goes up or down or sideways, can you type all in the chat? Type all. Okay, type all. Excellent. Okay, many of us want to make money when the market goes in all directions, right? And especially when the market is so volatile these days. Okay, you want to know how to make money in all directions. So learning options will make you a very nimble and very stable and very flexible investor. And you will be learning both the fundamental and the technical analysis, which forms an excellent foundation. Okay, an excellent foundation. And I just want to emphasize, this kind of correction that happened in the market recently, okay, even from last year till now, this is only the start of a bull run. There's so many opportunities. You don't want to wait for another 10 years. Okay, this sort of opportunities come only once every 10 years. You don't want to be waiting another 10 years for such opportunities. And I'm not even kidding. Okay, if you take action right now, you will really see wealth that you've never seen before. And these are just some of our students, that appear in the newspapers. They use our system and they have been very successful. Once again, the Singapore newspapers verify our results, okay? So we want to help as many people as possible. And let me ask you, if it is almost free, who will want to achieve these skills? Who will want to gain these skills if it is almost free? Can you type me in this chat? Type me, okay? And of course, we are not going to make it completely free. Otherwise, it's zero commitment on your part. And I can tell you, for you to be the best students, you need a little bit of skin in the game. So I'm not going to make it painful for you guys to commit because now it's a difficult time. And this course now, it is going at such a low price. I tell you, when you look at it, right, you'll be like, whoa, okay? That is why I need to give you certain benchmarks. so that you do not take it for granted. After I show you the price, I do not want you to think, wow, this is so affordable, this is so cheap, and you don't treat it seriously. Okay? So once again, you know, other courses out there are pricing it at $3,000-$4,000, which is what we used to last time. This course used to be $4,000. Look at this, $4,300 last time, $4,300. But right now, you guys are very lucky. We are not conducting it in a physical location. We're passing on the cost savings to you guys and more. We're just making it so cheap because we want it to be so accessible to you guys. There is a COVID special, okay? So if you want to know what the special is, type special. Type special in chat. And I can tell you that this will not be the price for long because we're going to resume our live courses really soon, okay, in physical locations. So take advantage of this price only while it lasts, okay? So whatever you learn is worth $6,000 over dollars, but it's no longer going to be like that, okay? It's going for a ridiculous discount of only $297. Guys, I'll pause and I'll let you digest this. You know, $297. We've got people saying, oh my gosh, it's so cheap. It's so cheap. Why would anyone not sign up? Okay? This is a super crazy special deal only for you guys. I promise you that you cannot get this price anywhere else. Why? Because number one, it is a life skill that will make you money for the rest of your life. Number two, because you just save yourself $6,000 over dollars, take this money as your starting capital and earn your course fees back, which you can do so in a blink of an eye. And, okay, let me tell you, for me, when I first attended this course, it was multiple times of what you're paying now, and I made back my course fees in one night within the first week of me attending this course. Okay, so I want you to be motivated to not just make back your course fees, which I'm very sure you will, but multiple times of that. So once again, I want to say, take advantage. Okay, the link has already been pasted in the chat. If you want to sign up, sign up. Okay, you can choose to take advantage of this right now, or you can wait for us to open our physical classes, which is going to resume really soon, where you pay a few $1,000s to learn the same content. And what more, you're getting lifetime access to these recordings. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to pay a few $100s or you want to pay a few $1,000s. And once again, now we are about to end our first quarter of the year. It's scary how time flies, right? Make your year count, okay? No one knows what's going to happen in this coming year. It's very uncertain. You know that job security is really, almost not present now. You can be let go one day. So use this as an opportunity to educate yourself, okay? To really get your year going right if you haven't already done so. To end your quarter right if you haven't already done so. Okay, because when you are on the right track, you have the right momentum to really have a victorious year ahead, and you still have time. A good start is half the battle won. Okay, so for those of you who have your friends' links and all that, you can use your friends' links to purchase. Otherwise, you can purchase through the link that is being put in the chat. And I've got a couple of bonuses for you today. Okay, remember I promised those of you who stay back, right, you will be handsomely rewarded. Now, let me ask you, how many of you want to make back your course fees step by step? Hand holding you. Can you type live? L-I-V-E. Okay, type live. Bonus number one, we are going to do a live trade with you on the first night of OMI to make back your course fees. Okay, the team will hunt for a great opportunity for you, and you will already get to attend this course for free on day one. So only for those of you who are very serious on making back your course fees, okay, and get yourself equipped with this life skill, this bonus number one is for you. So get ready your brokerage account. We will go live with you, okay, when the market opens at night. Understand? And this is it. Bonus number two. Bonus number two. How many of you want to make money tonight? tonight, okay, or when the market opens? How many of you want to make money when the market opens immediately? Okay, second bonus is this. You can even make money tonight when the market opens. So if you sign up right now, I've prepared a welcome email for those of you who have signed up, attach a video done by Sean. In this video, he explains the rules of selling put, which is what we have done just now. If you're confident, okay, on selling put, then you can follow these rules and to execute and already earn back your course fees tonight. You already get to make money tonight. And that is why I tell you it is really a no-brainer. Do yourselves a favor if you want to learn investing and go and sign up because you can make back the money instantly. And this is a life skill, so why not, right? And that is why, once again, I needed to give you the benchmarks because I don't want you to take this for granted. People out there are charging thousands and thousands. So if you see value in this, can you type value in the chat? Type value. Okay, type value. All right, type value. And I have an exclusive fast bonus for those of you. Well done. Kudos for staying till the end. Okay, on top of these two bonuses, I have this exclusive fast bonus. It is my Felicia sponsorship package only for the first 20 action takers. Okay, only for the first 20 action takers. You know how many people are in this room. Okay, and I can tell you that it just like flies off like that. Okay, I want to reward you guys for showing up. I want to reward you guys for taking action, and I always want to give you my best, and I want you to benefit from this session. Okay, so this is my personal additional bonus for you that you cannot get through other people, exclusively for you guys in this session. What am I going to do? This is what I'm going to do. Number one, I will give you my current private watch list. Okay, I've done a lot of homework on these stocks. This is my current private watch list that no one has access to except for those first 20 of you who sign up. For those of you who have been following me on my Facebook, you have been following me on my Telegram, okay, you know my stock dissects, right? You guys have followed through my stock dissects and you know that I do a very thorough research on them. So this is where you can get access to my solid portfolio or watch list. And you know the power of a solid portfolio, which is what I talked about earlier, not putting your eggs in one basket. Okay, so take advantage of this if you want to. And bonus number 4 is this. Let me tell you, okay, I actually went to Sean and I went to Sean and I said, hey, Sean, I really, really want people to get a super solid foundation. Can we give them this 7-day course? 7 days, how to invest like a pro. Within this course, there are 7 modules. It's own time, own target. This course has already been recorded. There are 7 modules. For those of you who want to kickstart your journey before the class, this is where you can start. Okay? In these 7 modules are really, really gold. And part of these 7 modules are 2 modules which are extremely critical and very, very important. The first is teaching you how to build a portfolio, how to position size and the power of a portfolio and how to build it. The second is where to find great stocks. Okay, because in order to find good fish, you need to know where to fish or which is the pond to go to. Okay, you don't want to go to stagnant waters to find good fish, right? So in this module, Sean also teaches you guys where to hunt for good opportunities. Okay, so he has very kindly agreed to give it to you guys for free. And this is very exclusive, only for you guys. All right. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put a 10-minute timer, countdown timer. Okay. You guys have 10 minutes, okay, to go and make your purchase and complete it. For those of you who take action now, who invest in your learning, okay, you will get access to all these bonuses. And once again, you don't want to wait another 10 years for an opportunity like that. Okay, the market right now is giving you great opportunities. Don't wait. Don't wait. You want to take advantage of it now. Okay, you can, just to sum up, okay, this is what you're getting. Assess and evaluate stocks, 4 option strategies. You will get bonus 1, live trade, bonus 2, live trade, bonus 3, which is my sponsorship package, my current stock watch list, and Sean's 7-day how to invest like a pro. Everything. Guess how much it is worth? $9,000. It's worth more than $9,000. But for today, all you are paying is a fraction of it. It is 2% of what it is worth. Okay? you are paying 297 USD. Guys, I must tell you, don't take this for granted. You saw the testimonials, okay? If you want to build a solid foundation, if you want to get yourself equipped for a lifetime, then do yourselves a favor. Do yourselves a favor. It's definitely going to make you a lot more than what you put in, okay? So what's the countdown now? You have 8 minutes plus. And now I'm just going to take some questions, okay? So some of you are asking, what other payment options? Can you all screenshot this? What other payment options? There is bank transfer. There is also UENP now. But of course, online transfer is very convenient if you would like. The link is in the chat, okay? Here, okay, this is where the class dates and timings are. Screenshot this, okay? I don't want you all to be PMing me and asking me, Felicia, when's the class date and time? Screenshot this, okay? So Friday to Sunday monthly. It is like a virtual workshop, just like what we're doing. Once again, it's a virtual workshop. It is live. We will handhold you through and you get lifetime access to the recordings. And I want you to show up for class, okay? Show up physically show up online, live for class so that you can ask your questions, so that you can immerse yourself, okay, in the teachings. What if you cannot attend this month's class, right? Then sign up for next month. There is March and there is April, right? If you cannot make it for any of the dates, then you can first book your slots, book your place, log in the price, log in the bonuses. Then you can write in to support@optionsinsider.co requesting to defer the dates, okay? Once again, take a screenshot of this, of the email address that you should be taking note of. Now, which country's stock market is this applicable to? All countries, okay? All countries. The systems that you will learn are applicable to all markets, and the way you dissect the companies and the strategies follow the same rules. Okay, so don't have to worry. How are the lessons conducted? It is virtual. Once again, it's in a closed Facebook group, it's in a Zoom setting. Okay, we will let you know across the 2.5 days, and you get lifetime access to the recorded lessons. So there will be 1 hour lunch breaks, and there will be small breaks in between. What if you have to miss a few portions? Once again, you have access to the recordings, but I want you guys to show up for class. I highly recommend it. And I see that it is students who show up for class who eventually get the ROI on their portfolio. Okay, I'm not kidding. So encapsulate yourself in the environment. Learn from your classmates. Actually, learn from the trainers. Pay attention to the trainers. Ask your questions. Okay, it's very interactive. Which brokerage can you use? Okay, and this is really, guys, I want to tell you, when you learn driving, okay, typically the instructor teaches you on a Toyota car. But does that mean that you cannot drive a Honda or a BMW or a Ferrari or a Maserati? No. The platform is only the tool. Okay? You just have to learn it. So don't let this be a hindrance. People are telling me, hey, can I defer my course date because my brokerage is not up yet? You can use a paper account. I can tell you on Saxo, on Interactive Brokers, on TD Ameritrade, you can first use a paper account to practice. You don't wait for perfect conditions to educate yourself, or you will miss the boat. So there are a couple of options, brokerages that you can go through, that you can open. Interactive Brokers is one of them. Saxo, although it has limited tickers. Okay, TD Ameritrade, of course, is the most user-friendly, but it takes time. But just call them up and chase them. I can tell you, calling them up and chasing them is a very powerful tactic, although it requires time for you to wait on the line. But do that. If there is a will, there is a way. Okay? Now, some of you are asking questions about, how much, should I fund, right? What is the minimum capital? You really only need a few $100s to invest, just like Rash, right? But the brokerage, in order for you to get real-time updates and real-time data coming in, you need about $1,000 to $3,500 USD, okay? Put in about $3,000, $4,000 USD. If you can, put even more, okay? The larger your capital, the easier it is for you to make money, I can tell you. I've already attended OMA. Can I still get the bonuses today? Sorry, darling, no. Okay, we have to honor my word. It's only for people who sign up today. Once you've signed up, what can you expect? How do I onboard? You will receive a welcome email within the next 1 hour, okay, to join. I mean, the Facebook will be up only later, okay? So don't be so kanchong to join the Facebook yet. You will receive a welcome email with instructions inside. Just follow the instructions. You guys have to open your brokerage yourself. We cannot open it for you. So I don't want people to be PMing me to ask me to open your brokerage account. If you have any questions, type it to support@optionsinsider.co. Check your spam box. Okay, check your spam box. Sometimes the emails go into your spam box. All right. Okay. So once again, what are you getting? You're getting all this 4 option strategies, learning how to assess good stocks, bonus 1, bonus 2, live trade. You're getting my stock watch list, how to invest like a pro, $9,000. It is only now what? $297. And I can tell you guys, okay, investing really requires you to get yourselves educated so that you can have confidence to take action. If you have no confidence to take action, 2 things can happen. Number 1, either you burn in the market, which actually many people have. Okay, many people have burned in the market and then they decided to come and learn from us. And this is a true story. I mean, true stories. People even burn up to 80%, okay, of their $200,000 portfolio. And number 2, without confidence, maybe you test and learn, $1,000. Is it going to bring you to your financial freedom? No. So if you want, learn properly, invest in your learning, and it will be highly rewarding for you. Okay? Now, if you decide to sign up on another day, you may do that, but you will not get these exclusive bonuses unless you have special reasons. Okay, unless you have special reasons. So if you're facing some technical issues or you have special reasons why you can't make it today, you can always, find me on my Facebook at Felicia Fong, the investment and business strategist. Now, I just want to say there's a lot of fake profiles of me coming up asking you to transfer Bitcoin into a wallet and this person will help you to manage. That is not me. That is a fake profile. Just report it. If anyone asks you to do Bitcoins, that is not me. Okay, that's a fake profile. Report it. Once again, you can PM me on my Facebook page, Felicia Fong, the investment and business strategies, for any questions that you have. Okay, or if there's some special, reason why you can't make your transaction right now, then just let me know. All right. So, how much time do we have? Okay, some of you are asking Tiger. Yes, Tiger also can. Okay, you can also use Tiger. We have 1.5 minutes. You have made your Okay, so now some of you are kanchong spiders. You have made your purchase already. How do you get your bonus? The bonus will come in an email. Okay, guys, the bonus will come in an email. Guys, Singapore has options. Singapore, okay, has options. Malaysia also has options. What I want to say is, the options that we are investing in are in the US market. As long as you open a brokerage account that gives you access to the US market options, you are fine. Okay? For those of you who have attended before and you want a refresher, you can always sign up again, which is what some students have done and they really love it. Okay, because we update our content all the time. And they love it because it gives them that confidence again. Okay, and they just like being in a live class. Now, all these questions about how much should go into your portfolio, the allocation into stocks versus options, all these questions will be answered during the class itself. So I am not going to answer them. And Rashid, some of you are private messaging me, say whether you can sign up another day. Yeah, okay. Or if you have any other questions, any other issues, you can PM me on this page. Okay, you can. Oh, okay. Time's up now. Any other last minute chongsters who need more time? Any more chongsters who need more time? The link. Okay, if you have a friend's link, you can use your friend's link. Okay, if you have your friend's link, use your friend's link. If not, use this link in the chat here. Okay. Okay, some of you are still making a payment, so I'm just gonna extend it by 2 minutes. Your final 2 minutes, guys. Okay, I know. Okay, some of you, last minute chongsters, you need more time. Okay, very good. Okay, so in Malaysia, right? In Malaysia, somehow TD Ameritrade is not being recognized. So For those of you who want to sign up, you can sign up for Interactive Brokers. You can sign up for Sexo. You can sign up for Tiger. Okay. Yeah. Don't let this be a hindrance to your learning. I can tell you. Okay. I can tell a little bit of story. We have 1 over minute, right? Some people are still making payment. I can tell you. Do you know that we have seen 2 kinds of students? One kind who give up just because they cannot overcome the brokerage issue, and another kind with an overcomer's mindset. I can tell you, there are people 70 over years old, come and learn, super non-tech savvy, but really persist through in opening the brokerage account and came and learned from us, open 2 brokerages some more. We have students like that. One, and it's the people with the overcoming mindset who make money, who succeed. The people who, give up just because of a brokerage, these are the people who do not make money, and too bad. They just they just short-circuited their journey to success and their journey to financial freedom. Okay, so which camp do you want to be? The overcoming camp or the defeated camp? Okay, it's up to you to choose. It's a lot to do with mindset and attitude. So I want you guys to come for the class with the right attitude. Okay, once again, everyone type attitude in the chat. Type attitude. Okay, everyone type attitude. I want you guys to have a good attitude. Can pay through debit? Yes, you can pay through debit card, credit card. You can pay through bank transfer. Okay, you can pay through PayNow. All right. So just now I asked you guys to screenshot that payment. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me, folks. Let me just hold on. Where is my screen? Let me just turn my screen share off. So once again, thanks for joining me. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope that you've learned through this session. For those of you who didn't manage to sign up and are still interested, you can PM me. For those of you who signed up, great. Really excited to see you in the class. You're going to learn so much, okay? And I know that it's going to be very rewarding for those of you who come and learn and invest in your journey. Once again, attitude is so important, okay? And the market right now are giving some very exciting opportunities, but please invest safely. For those of you who have not learned, right? Please invest safely and don't take unnecessary risk. Okay, so I'll see you on my Facebook page, on my Telegram channel, or if not, I'll just see you somewhere in the community. Take care, okay, and enjoy. See you. Bye.